This is going to be video number 5. This one is a Werewolf the Apocalypse based video. It can cover anybody who plays it. It does aim at some of my players and some of the issues I've had with them. This one is about spirits. I believe spirits are one of the most misunderstood and abused portions of any werewolf game. A lot of players look at a spirit as nothing more than an Amazon wish list. What gifts can they teach me? Or as a Gnosis battery. I'm going to use them to power my Gnosis. That's not what they're always about. Just like getting a totem. A pack totem, that is. Most people look at pack totems and say, what benefits do I get? And can I follow the little bullshit bands they have? That's not everything. If you read the description of the spirit expects you to pay honor to its beliefs and its ways. So if a spirit says, take example, chameleon. Chameleon's all about blending in. Chameleon's all about stealth and subterfuge. It does not take well to packs and pack mates that don't embody those traits. And even if they don't embody them, if they're striving to do so, or at least paying honorifics to it, the spirit can be content and can accept that person as part of their pack. Most people don't quite get it. If you belong to, let's say, the Get a Fenris. Fenrir is a war totem. Fenrir will frown upon those who show cowardice, those who show unneeded mercy, and those who just don't know how to plain wage war. It's why Fenrir doesn't tend to look kindly upon the children of Gaia, because they're peaceniks. They constantly clash with the Black Furies because an old school belief is that women have no place in war. And yes, I know there are shield maidens and Valkyries and such, but the Getter are racist sons. They're racist sons of bitches, and frankly, to them, most women are from lesser cultures, and therefore they don't have the strength of Viking women, or Germanic women, or whatever it may be. If you belong to an honor totems tribe, such as the Black Furies, the Fianna, the Silver Fangs, or the Shadow Lords, if you act with no honor or actively dishonor some such, and this is something that the spirit is aware of or comes to know, the spirit's not going to be happy with you. Shadow Lords are a special case because if you don't get caught, Grandfather Thunder usually doesn't care, because he barely cares about his tribe anyway. Wisdom spirits are the same way. If you don't act with wisdom and you act foolishly, they're going to frown upon you. You can play anything from one of those tribes, and you don't have to be a wise Silent Strider. You don't even have to be a glorious Get a Fenris or an honorable Fianna. Don't expect your spirits to be very happy with you, and as such, don't expect the tribe to lavish honorifics upon you and glory and renown and such. They're going to look at you kind of funny. And that's fine, because you don't have to play stereotypes in the games. However, here's the big key. Don't bitch about it out of character. If you don't understand why the spirit's upset, you can ask. You might get an answer. You might not, because sometimes we're not going to answer you. Let's take the Guru, formerly known as Song of Osprey's Retribution, now simply known as Evelyn. If she finds out that Falcon's upset with her because she has in some way dishonored Falcon's, what Falcon believes is its, the honor of its tribe, the tribe that it has a pact with, she's going to have to fix that. Now, if she doesn't understand why, she might come to me and say, what did I do? And there have been times I've sat there and pointed out, I've looked at her, she's got enough mental traits, she's got enough social traits. I've gone, well, you did this. And she's going, oh. And she's come to realize, I did screw up, so she's gone and fixed it. However, what is she going to do if the Shadow Lords have some way managed to convince Falcon that she has committed some heinous crime when it might have actually been Constantine? Might very well have been Constantine, because that was a shady bastard. I'm not going to tell her this. I'm not going to say, oh, the Shadow Lord fucked you over. Because now she knows how to approach it. I'd rather that she goes and discovers it in-game and then figures out a solution for herself, because then it becomes her victory. It is an untarnished victory. She didn't have to have the storytellers hold her hand. We'll help people when they don't understand a mechanic, when they don't understand something that they should, but when it comes to intrigue, when it comes to some of the other stuff, do it yourself. I don't want to hear people complaining, oh, why is my wisdom totem upset with me, when they know that they just came out of 3.5 foolish scenes. I don't want to hear somebody complaining, why would Fenrir be unhappy with me when they've run from 2 out of the last 4 fights? And I don't want to hear somebody coming to me and saying, oh, well, why would Falcon be upset with me when I just did something that has no honor and I should be getting punished anyway from it? Once people start realizing that how spirits work, spirits, I don't want to say they're one-dimensional, but they are very focused. Honor spirits are all about honor. They don't tend to bend from that. Smaller spirits tend to be very one-dimensional. If you run into a small spirit that's all about hiding, that's all they're going to do. That's all they're going to really know. They're not going to understand why you're not hiding. They're not going to understand why you don't think they should be hiding. Some of the more primal and God, I almost want to say undeveloped spirits are some of the most difficult to deal with. And I had somebody one time that we spent an hour scene with them awakening a rock spirit and then trying to understand what it meant. And there are complex spirits out there. Mother Night, Lord knows most people didn't understand her before they drove her crazy. Boy would stick. The infamous Boy would stick. The day somebody truly figures him out, they'll get my kudos. Of course, the new rising spirit, Tegu, one of my personal favorites, because he is he's a douchebag in a leather coat. That's basically how I look at him. So you got to come to understand them. You got to understand what makes them go. Old Man O'Malley is a good example. Most people who have dealt with him on any kind of basis, they understand a little bit about what he's about, and therefore they know how to deal with him, or they know what to avoid with him. Hell, how many times do I see people go, oh, these people are going to the bar, and 3 other people groan and go, are you kidding me? Why the hell would they go? So, start understanding them and start learning from them, guys. It's going to make it a much richer experience, and frankly, bitching equates to OOC drama. This is something we worked very hard to get out of our games. I prefer to keep it out entirely. Like I said, you can ask politely and we might give you an answer. Otherwise, deal with it. That's my little rant. Like I said, it is very slanted towards my game and my people, so you have any comments, any questions, any concerns, feel free to use the discussion panel for it. I will answer when I see them. Take it easy.